a lover or you're a fighter. If you don't know what you are, get in a fight. I found out that I was a lover instantly. I was getting choked out just immediately. It was really embarrassing because at the end of this fight, I had a black eye. Everyone was like talking shit to me. And I was like, well, you should see the other guy.
Oh my
His whole body was black. I really appreciate that you like that because that's not a joke. That's just a true story that happened. I told that story and the audience was 100% white people. This woman came up to me and she was like, that was racist. That was racist. And I was like, since when is it racist for a black person to beat up a white person? I think that's pretty pro-black in the grand scheme of things. If you think about it. You're either a
Yeah, we're here, everybody. It's showtime. I hope you all had a beautiful day. Had a beautiful, awesome, kick-ass week, actually. What's this? I got a message from Boosh. Huzzah! What up, Boosh? Huzzah! Sorry, I'm replying to the Kofi messages. Oh man, I hope everyone's having a great day. Let me get all oriented here. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I put 10:15, then I was like, oh hey, I'm gonna be done sooner than that. So 10:05? I got here at 10:10. So hey. And yeah, well now it's 10:15. So actually it was a good estimate to begin with. But on 10:10, I was like ready to go, clicking the buttons, all that shit. Let me hit the chat mode. Yeah, look it. There it is. It works, and I remembered. I already put the little link in there for the Kofi. I'm not smoking tonight. I'm being a little more economical. But if y'all want to indulge me, you want to be there for me right now, then there's a link for some cookies and weed. Whoa! I went to laugh and I burped. I'm sorry. Greetings and salutations, one man show. Hello everyone. How you doing, Mikhail Wolf with Shake and Bacon. DJ Lewis, good for the evening. Yokai, going to frosted chocolate cake I made while I listened, but don't think I ain't listening. It's good to have you here, DJ Lewis. I saw you over there in Pete's chat. Bienvenue, senorita. Greatness open on YouTube. Oh, because the stream started. Thank you, Mikhail Wolf. Greatness opening on YouTube. Yeah, I love that intro. I'm glad you guys all like it. Is because When I made it, I was like, man, this is groovy. I like it. And I'm glad that carried on with you guys. You guys are digging it too. Hey, hola, pendejos. What's up? Papa Cotton. LXIX. What is that? Hold on. L is 50, right? L is 50. So 69. Oh, Papa Cotton 69. Yeah, baby. I always forget what L is. And so M is 100, right? Roman numeral M. 1,000. L 50? And L is 50. Okay, so I had that one right. 69. Papa Cotton, I love it, man. I love it. Let me keep catching up here. There's the link for any of y'all that wanna what's it called? Super chat. Getting around that YouTubes. Let me see. I'm saying hello. Cookies. Oh wait, no. Those are tennis balls. What up, Deej? How you doing, Deej? I swear I thought those were cookies. I got cookies. Hold on, let me bring my little 5D cookie tray over here. All right. Woo, cookie. I see the cookie machine is working as intended. Good. C equals 100. C is 100. Okay. Lemon cookies. Yo, I've got some cool shit for you guys tonight. Hold on, let me minimize this. Get out of the way. I got 15 minutes left uploading today's video. It was short and simple, but all fucking day, all day long, there's some shit. Like, hey, I gotta go. I got a thing to do. More shit just pops up, and then stream, and then phone call, and then it just kept going. I was always something. So finally got it, and I was rushing to get it done before the show, because once the show starts, I can't do shit. I'll admit, I'm going to make the thumbnail after the fact. The thumbnail's coming after. But the video's getting uploaded before. The video's getting uploaded before midnight. So that'll be up soon. That'll be up in like maybe 20 minutes. We'll be in the middle of the show. But after the show, you can go check that out. And yo, I'm just gonna lay it down right now. I'm just gonna say it. This shit's gonna blow your mind. The video I'm uploading today, it's gonna blow your fucking mind. It's something that when I learned it, I looked at that shit and said, "What the fuck? That's how that works? I didn't even know that was possible." So yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm stoked. I'm stoked to get that one. It's not funny. I'm sad it's not funny. I only got one funny video up this week, and that was Indian parents. You know, I might just turn Indian parents into a clip that I play here on the channel. Has everyone here gotten to see my Indian parents video? Because let me see. What is this one? Indian Parents was 2 days ago, and it's doing quite well. It's got a lot of love. I mean, for me, it's doing well for me. On my level, it's doing well. If this was like, you know, nerd erotic or some shit, he'd be like, man, nobody watched that video. But for me, I'm like, everyone's watching this shit. If you guys haven't seen Indian Parents, I'll play that shit real quick right now just because I get a kick out of it. What is it? The video for today? Oh, I'll let you, David Frank. How's it going, David Frank? I'll let you watch the video and get your mind blown by it. So I'm not going to ruin it. I'm not going to ruin what? Why would I eat before a buffet? You know what I mean? Why would you do that? That's not how it's done. Kai, you are really missing it. Kirk was on Picard this week. Oh. Well, his body. Lame. It was like not cool, and then you made it lame. Oh my god. Yeah, bro. Are you saying that to fuck around, Deej, or are you actually watching that? Because y'all know my stance on all this garbage. I ain't about it. I ain't about this trash. I'm done supporting the people that make this trash and then treat us like trash. I'm done. I'm a creator. I make my own shit. I have books. I have other ideas for things to make. I need to figure out how to I am in the middle of figuring out how to be an industrious individual that makes the things that I want to make and is able to live off of that. So that takes work. That takes a lot of work and research and trying shit and fucking up and trying again. And yeah, so I don't have the time to be watching these garbage shows just to feel like shit. Just so that I can feel shitty. I'm not gonna watch these trash shows just so I can feel shitty. That's stupid. I'm gonna watch a show. I'm gonna sit down and watch a show, not work while I watch a show. Unless it's One Piece, it's gonna be damn good. And if I'm gonna watch a show while I work, it still better be damn good. I'm not wasting my time with bullshit. Especially when I know I could do better. That's what really gets me. When I know that I can do better, and I've gotten the kinds of compliments that tell me, no, I'm not just being nice to you. Like, you can do better. I know I can do better than some of that stuff out there. So it's just gonna piss me off more to watch this trash when I'm making good things and just trying to put it out there. And yeah, but everyone's, wasting their time being mad at shit that isn't good. Like, why don't you go do something that you enjoy? Go find an anime that you like. Go watch One Piece. Go watch Full Metal Alchemist. Go read my book. Read one of my short stories. 10,000 words. It's short. And you go, wow, that didn't suck. So that's where I'm at. I'm not trying to watch any of this crap. I'm done. It's been like repeatedly crap. It's consistently crap. And then they just shit on us for not liking it. So fuck that. I'm not doing it. I don't talk about that shit on my show. That's why I'm not naming anything specific. I'm just saying that my general sentiment on it all. No, it really was. I watch it for free just to pull it apart. Yeah, I'm not even, bro. I'm past that. That's where I may have been in the past. That's not where I'm at now. I am beyond that point of view. Thank you, Papa Cotton. I appreciate that, man. Kai, goodwill to you, brother. Thank you, Slingshot T. It's good to see you, man. Bienvenidos. Nope, I can't even finish the name. It's all good. It's the greatest story ever told, and it's when something's really big, sometimes it just flies right over people. Kai Rance, gotta love them. Oh, thanks. I don't do it often. I don't think. Oh, that's right. This new button. I wonder how I could. What? Oh shit. Did that? Wait, let me see if that up on the stream. You guys see that? Nope. Oh wow, crazy. Okay. So StreamYard has this new thing where you can edit the layout. But let's get into some shit here though. I have a funny I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share the Indian parents video, and then I'm gonna start getting into some of these some of the stuff that I found here for this week, for tonight. So if y'all haven't seen it already, let me just introduce you to the last dating app anyone will ever need. Wait, what is, oh yeah, there it goes. Things are more convenient now than ever before in history. So, why are people so unhappy? Everyone is tired of being catfished, but there seems to be no way to avoid dating apps. Instead of trying to ditch dating apps, why not try a dating app that existed before your mobile phone was invented? I'm talking about Indian Parents. The That's right. Indian Parents were the original dating app, sifting through all the bullshit for you, while other apps give you stupid questions like, where would you go on your perfect first date? Indian Parents will ask the hard-hitting questions that really narrow down the compatibility, like, what are your aspirations? What is your job? Do you have a degree? What is your credit score? Do you have any vices? What is your astrological sign? What is the caliber of your genitals? No matter what language you speak, the easy to use genital selector lets you pick between rabbit, dog, and horse to identify compatibility. There is no need to get emotionally invested and all the way to second base only to find out he's too big or too small. For centuries, Indian parents have been arranging marriages for their children, creating fruitful, loving relationships. Don't waste your time getting fucked by a dozen people who don't care about you, ghost you, and don't know how to find a clitoris. Or don't like the movie RRR. That movie is a national treasure. If the British were still in India, they would steal that movie and put it in the crown. Finally, an app that brings Indian parents together with those poor souls not blessed with Indian parents of their own. You don't want no scrubs, so stop wasting your time on them. The way it works is simple. Find the right Indian parents to represent you. Then they will coordinate with other Indian parents registered with the app. Together, they will fix you up with the love of your life. You are inexperienced and you don't know what is good for you, but Indian parents know exactly what you need for a successful relationship and a prosperous life. Why rely on guessing games and deception when you could have Indian parents do the work for you? Download the last dating app you will ever need. The dating app that goes back to ancient times, known around the world. Indian Parents. Oh, I forgot I'm muted. I'm so happy with how that one came together. I had to go do something. I had to go AFK real quick. So I'm back now. Sorry about that. Thank you, Mikhail Wolf. Friss is meant to be first. What? That was my first Kai. Oh, I see. That was my first Kai rant, and it was up with DC rants. Oh, thank you. I rant sometimes, but I mean, I don't know. Things don't usually kick me off like that. Mainstream studios is straight basura these days. Yeah, man. The fuck just happened? Thanks, David Frank. Oh, hold on, let me pull up. Yeah, so today's video, the video I'm uploading right now, it's gonna go up while we're live. So after the show, maybe you guys can go check it out if you're interested. Have you ever heard of people having an electricity allergy? Like they have like 5G gives them hives and shit. That's what I'm talking about. In the video, not just casually for no reason. But hold on, let me pull up. What is I looking for here? There we are. But speaking of electricity, speaking of electricity, I'm gonna blow your minds with something. I said that about the video I'm uploading, but this is different. This is a different kind of like. I'm just gonna, cause what? I forgot. This is music. So just so you know what's playing, you can imagine in your head. Look at this electrician. Disabled electrician. This guy is doing everything with his feet. Indian parents would love this. They'd be like, oh my God, this is very impressive. Dude, look at this. And he's better at it than some people using their hands. He's better at it than some people using their hands. That's why, because look, it's neat, it's clean, it's organized. It picks off the things. This is incredible. Look, what? This guy's just, I mean, at what point is he showing off? Look at that. Dude. What? Bro. The armless wonder here is killing it. Avoid dating apps equals ditch your smartphone tablet. The original dating app was Indian Parents. I'm not using Indian Parents. My luck, it would set me up with Mindy Kaling. Well, the thing is, they're trying to match you up with someone who's good for you. See, because you don't know what's good for you, but they do. That's fire, right? Dude, what? I'm gonna start this shit again. Let's just watch him do all that shit again. Look, he started at the bottom, now he's here. Look at that shit. Started with nothing. Indian Parents would get my info and say, so sorry, better luck in your next life. Oh, let's see him with a hammer. You know what? I'm sure he'd figure it out. Oh, dude, this is insane. This isn't like one of the stories, but it ties into the electricity thing, and so I just wanted to share that because what the hell? That is nuts. Wait, what? Sorry, this post has been removed? Okay, no, oh. What? Oh, apparently the comment that was left with this was not cool. That's weird. That's really weird. Well, either way, let me pull up the new thing. Let me pull up the next thing. Before we start diving into these articles, I want to share some really cool stuff. This is the second thing. So this is a few minutes. I'm gonna pause it a little bit, but this is fucking cool, man.
He's stuck. I found this butterfly struggling. One of his wings didn't develop properly.
No,
not
that. Helping a lady out is probably the best reason that you could be late. Oh, Roy, good for you, man. Welcome to the show.
Gonna fly, and I knew I was gonna need to do something. I made nectar by watering down some honey. Come on. Day by day, more and more of his wing was breaking off. So I knew I had to improvise fast. I went to a craft store and managed to find one pack of feathers that were about the right size. The feather to match as closely to his good wing as I could. It was perfect. Look at you!
What?
Maybe he'd have some mobility enough to fly. Come on, try to fly.
So he wasn't even trying to fly anymore.
At first, he could only go a few feet at most, and then fall. Oh. I work in an office where I was able to take him with me.
Dude. So that's, first of all, that's a clever idea. Like, hey, feathers, right? So use a feather. But second of all, her dedication, this is dope.
He became Nemo Bucky, the bionic butterfly. I saw him getting further and further each time. We made some progress. Day by day, improving more and more. Flew all the way over here on your
You're definitely getting stronger.
He needed to feel like other butterflies and be outside. He still couldn't gain altitude, but he was flying. But one day, I took him outside for some garden time, and he sat there for a few minutes. I like to think it was like he was saying thank you. But then he flew up, and he was gone. He was ready to go. I wasn't ready to see him leave. Started worrying about him. Maybe he didn't make it. But one day, I saw a flash of the gray feather.
Hey!
He was thriving and living his best butterfly life. It might be short and fleeting, but in the grand scheme of things, all of our lives are just a short blip here on Earth. What matters are the connections we make and who we help along the way. He never gave up.
Aww. That was fucking cool. And really sweet. And so I guess let's follow that up with how the banks don't have money. I gotta cheer you guys up a little bit before I come in with the bullshit. And she lets it out and is immediately eaten by a bird. I thought that was dope. That was really dope. But let's stop with the cool, the heartwarming shit. I'm not high enough for this, but let's talk about it anyway. If y'all want to help me get high enough for this, I got the Ko-fi link. But let's check it out. Let's check this out. America's banks are missing hundreds of billions of dollars. Hundreds of billions. How the Federal Reserve drained the financial system of deposits. It's easy to understand how money gets destroyed in a traditional bank run. Picture the men in top hats yelling at clerks. Yelling at clerks in Mary Poppins. The crowd want their cash and bank tellers are trying. I can't read the whole fucking story? Oh, fuck off then. Okay, hold on. I don't know. I'm going to find this somewhere else. Go fuck yourself. What website is that? I'm telling you, go fuck yourself. The Economist? Go fuck yourself, The Economist. All right. Let me, banks, hundreds of billions. Oh, look, not behind the freaking paywall. Interesting. All right. Let's do this one instead. Report says U.S. banks are missing hundreds of billions of dollars. Find out why. And this one has a jester's hat. See, I appreciate that. Motley Fool service. I don't know what that is. Okay, what happened? According to The Economist, $500 billion have left the U.S. banking system in the past year. $500 billion. It blames a combination of factors, including the way money market funds work and the Federal Reserve's purchase and reverse purchase agreements, repos and reverse repos. So what? Without getting too far into the details, the report suggests that changes to the reverse repo system have sucked hundreds of billions of dollars out of the banks. What this means for us as consumers is that it increases the pressure on small and mid-sized banks who are struggling for deposits in the wake of the Silicon Valley failure. Repos and reverse repos are a type of collateralized short-term loan in which one party sells securities to the other with an agreement to buy them back at a higher rate by a set date. In 2013, the Fed introduced its own reverse repo facility. Essentially, money market funds are currently using the Fed's reverse repo facilities rather than banks. Try that again. Let me read that again. Essentially, money market funds are currently using the Fed's reverse repo facilities rather than the banks. So the scheme was a seemingly innocuous change to the financial system's plumbing that may, just under a decade later, be having a profound destabilizing impact on banks. The past few weeks have been a roller coaster ride for almost anyone with money deposited in a bank account, more so for businesses and other organizations with large sums of money that might fall out of FDIC's thresholds. The collapse of Silicon Valley Bank sparked fears of contagion. Signature banks also failed, and a group of big institutions deposited $30 billion with First Republic in an attempt to shore up its reserves. Shortly after SVB's failure, a technical glitch at Wells Fargo caused paychecks to go missing, adding to the market jitters. Ooh, so Wells Fargo fixed its issues, but wider questions about the banking system remain. What's worrying about the Economist report is that it points to a systemic problem that has not been solved and could still pull banks under. That said, if you're worried your bank might fall, know that are a lot of consumer protections in place. Know that there are a lot of consumer protections in place. Importantly, customers have not yet lost any deposits. Even with SBV, where a large portion of the deposits exceeded the FDIC insurance limits, authorities stepped in to make people whole. At the time, if you have sizable amounts in a single bank, take these steps to make sure you'd be protected against failure. Understand FDIC insurance limit covers up to $250,000 per depositor. And this means if you have $250,000 in a personal savings account and $200,000 in a joint account, all your money would be covered. Consider opening a new account. Yes, maybe with a credit union instead. These savings accounts are FDIC insured and could earn you 13 times your bank. So many people are missing out on guaranteed returns. Their money languishes in big bank savings account, earning next to no interest. Our picks of the best online savings account can earn you. Oh wait, this is all okay? So now it gets into advice and stuff. Fuck them. We're not here for that. We're here to talk about how banks don't have money. And what a surprise that it's all the Fed's fault. We've had 2 recessions in 20 years, like every 10 years now so far. We're two yeah. 2008, 2020s, early 2020, let's say 2022. It's kind of where it all started, 2023. No, it was the election. That's right. It was the election, wasn't it? A year and a half after the election. So yeah, 2022. All right. So 2022, 2008. And then there was the big real estate crash before that. But yeah, that's not typical. That's not typical. After World War II, the country worked hard to the country worked hard to pay off its deficit, its debts. Paying off its debts from World War II over the course of decades. We're finally out of it in the 90s, or at a good point in the 90s, and now everything's all fucked up again. And it's happening on purpose. They're doing things that are undermining the financial stability of the country and the world. And it's out of control. If you have, and I'm hearing more and more of this. Jenny was telling me about a YouTuber that got a $250,000 loan, and the bank was like, "Cool, yeah, you're approved." He says, "Okay, but I want it in cash. Like, I want the money." And they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll get it to you soon." And I think he's still waiting for it. He got like a little bit of it, and then he got a little bit of it, but they don't have, the purpose of it was to show that they don't have money, because he's like, "Look, this is my income, this is what I qualify for, etc." So they did that, but then once he was like, "Yeah, I want it cash though," because if they were just wire it and it's all imaginary money being paid through digital means, that's not a problem. Once it's cash, then it becomes a problem. So banks, not credit unions. Credit unions are fine. They operate differently. They have different business practices. They have things that they specifically do and don't do, which is why people tend to trust them a little more. But, excuse me. But the banks are just low on money. And of course, the small to mid-sized banks are the ones that are more heavily affected, because that just drives more money towards the big banks. There's less and less competition. There's less channels to choose from. You know what I mean? So 10 years ago, they implemented rules they implemented new things, let's call them opportunities for banks that are sinking them. Let me see. Most butterflies live about 1 week. Luckily, that butterfly lives longer than most. Monarchs live up to 6 weeks. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I didn't know. That's a lot more than most butterflies. Press the button. That's sex. Get the full story. That says get the full story. You want me to well, because let me see. Get the full story. It's not a button. Oh, I guess start trial. Or continue reading this article. Register now. Does it make me sign up for anything? Yeah, it just goes, yeah, here, stuff. Wow. $200 a year. All right. Damn. I mean, really? Really? For news? How much were we spending? Let's think about that. How much were we spending on news before? It was like, how much is a newspaper out of those little boxes? It was like 25 cents, right? 25 cents. Let's see, 30 days. That's $7.50. So 25 cents for 30 days is $7.50. So if they charged $5 per person per month, that's about what it used to be. Why do they got to be charging so much? They're not printing shit anymore. Fractional lending is a real problem. They're lending money they don't have. No worries, I only got $5 in my bank. I feel your pain, David Frank. Hey, Becky Browand. I almost said that wrong. Becky, how you doing, Becky? I don't see you all. It's nice when I see people that are kind of like intermittent. I'm like, hey, what's shaking? Low spec Linus laptop. How you doing, low spec? I hope people don't fall for the crypto push. Here's the thing, one man show. I don't think it's gonna be. I think your sentence is under a false pretense. You're saying, I hope people don't fall for it. Who says that we're gonna have a choice? If they want to create a digital currency, so like we see that they're trying to track our spending and look at our bank account and control all that stuff. But if they're trying to crash the economy in order to implement a new money, which would be in a digital currency, then there won't be anything people can do about it. They'll just be like, we're just not doing the dollar anymore. It's time for the digital dollar. And then they'll just roll it out and they'll have whatever method that they have for distributing that. And then that'll be the thing. Like that, that's just how it's going to be. So if that's what they're trying to do, then they don't need to convince people. They don't need to convince people because their money will not have value. But this money will. So you want to trade up? Like it's either trade up or die of starvation. So I see that going down in that way where you don't really have that much of a choice. It's not a crypto push as much as a push to crypto. 1.25. I don't know what that was for. 1.25. The Sunday paper here. Oh, 125 for the newspapers. Okay, so 125. 125 for a newspaper? Damn. You know, if they marketed it like, hey, remember the old days when newspapers were just 25 cents? Well, if you sign up with our thing, they can have the whole graphic there and shit. 125, that's too much. I guess it's not too much. The Sunday paper here is now like $5. Is it in color? What? USA Today got up to 125. Digital money is so irresponsible and stupid. Invest in gold and silver. We've talked about this too, actually, gold and silver investment. Gold and silver, the value of gold and silver is being fucked with. So people say, oh, gold and silver, you can rely on gold and silver. I don't know about that. Definitely do your research because silver, for example, should be worth a lot more than what it is. It should be worth twice as much what it is. But what's happening? The same shit. I'm just pull this bitch back up. The same shit that's happening here with the banks. The same shit. people are betting on and buying things that don't exist. So silver that hasn't even been dug up out of the ground, called futures, are being purchased. So people are buying silver futures. So silver that's going to be dug up. And that's driving down. That's essentially saying there's this much when they're saying there's this much when there's really this much. If there was this much, the value would be higher. But instead they're like, no. There's this much. But this much of it is not accessible. Doesn't exist yet. So there is definitely a focused effort to disrupt the economy and the wealth of the common individual, or because it's happening on all fronts and all different levels and all different places with the same exact goal. We already know what they're doing. We spend too much time convincing ourselves. Yes. Yeah, exactly. People make excuses. They go, oh no, but they wouldn't do that. Why would they do that? You think it's crazy because you're normal and you're not a greedy jackass. These fuckers, they're like, yeah, well, because this is what's going to happen. You're like, but that sucks. They say, for you? Not for me. And the power goes out and everyone account will be 0, right? Yeah, joke's on them. Some of us have already beat you to it. Maybe what is being aimed for, but I will walk away first. You at least see one-man show. You're at least in a position where you can sustain yourself. If you start planting food, planting fruits and vegetables and growing that on your own, you'll be good. You'll be okay. You can have a little garden outside and everything. I know it gets really cold during the winters there, but that's just something you're gonna have to figure out, man. I don't know. But you have that going for you, whereas I can't do that. Like, I don't have a place where I can grow stuff. And even if I did, I don't know if I'd be good at it, but I'd try. And so I don't, like, a lot of people don't have that. Invest in brass and lead. Yeah, metals. That's the more generalized advice. Invest in metals, in rare metals, because it's hard to fuck with all of them, right? I don't know. Definitely look into it, though. You got to look at all of them. Kai, if you are scared of running out of food, start going hunting. What? Where? Where, Becky? Where am I supposed to hunt? I live in Vegas. The closest forest is pretty far away. I mean, I'd be down. Honestly, I've been out shooting. I can shoot. I've been shooting since I was 6. I would play video games, and I'm in decent shape. So I have very good aim and endurance. I could do that. But where? I'd have to probably drive to another state. Well, I'd have to buy all the equipment and then travel to another state. I'd have to drive there. So gas money. I have to drive there in a car I don't have. So remember, I got in an accident last year. And then I'd have to haul all that meat home and store it in the giant freezer I also don't have. That, again, like, it's not just about growing your food. If you're like, well, I mean, I like meat. Okay, go hunting. Well, not everyone can do that either. But I would be down to do. I'd like to have growing up, I had chickens. I wouldn't mind having chickens again. I liked having chickens. Chickens are dope. So I'd have chickens. If I had my own place, I'd have chickens. That'd be great. I'd have free eggs. Once in a while, I'd have chicken. But yeah, I'd have chickens. And I would go hunting if I was in a place where I could do that. I'd hit up Steve. I'd hit up Steve if I wanted to go hunting. Actually, I'd go, hey, let's go hunting. I'll learn some stuff, and then we can hang out and talk about Sasquatch. Which one's the one that I want to play here? I'm gonna try to play a clip of Steve.
Anyway, I gotta get going. I gotta get going. Excuse me, that reminds me, you guys want to hear a joke? I'm the guardian angel. So picture this one. There's a Canadian, Frenchman, an American. They're in a lifeboat drifting in the middle of nowhere. They've been shipwrecked. They made the lifeboat and they're laying there dying. They got huge beards or sun-baked skin and no water, no wind, just laying there in the boat floating. All of a sudden, fairy godmother appears above their boat.
What?
Anyway, I gotta get going.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna delete that one. Wait, where's the other one? Oh, there it is.
Guns don't kill anybody. They just don't. Look at this. This gun's been sitting here for how long and hasn't killed anything. It's not even scary. Uh-oh, it's black.
We'll push the convenience of crypto. People give away a lot for convenience. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't think it's even gonna be an option at some point. Convenience will be one of the excuses that people make for themselves when they are embracing it against their will. There's always a choice, Kai. Unfortunately, I can talk about that the fascist police state that is YouTube. Hey, man, a ray of hope. Good to see you, man. Yeah, no, I hear you about the. See, that's one of the things that when Dr. Forbin Colossus encouraged me to, he's like, please open up some way for people to send you money. Like, please do that. And so I made my Ko-fi. I made my Ko-fi by request. I didn't just do that because I'm trying to, like, I don't know, whatever. But when I made that, I was like, well, I mean, in the end, I kind of wanted to circumvent YouTube anyway, right? So I did want to get to monetization on my own and then do that. But Dr. Forbin Colossus convinced me, fuck that. He convinced me not to wait. And so yeah, in terms of there's always a choice, I feel you there. Like, you know, I could give into YouTube or I could just go, nah, I'm gonna do me. But what's it called? But for the other stuff, yeah, I get you. There is I see where you're coming from, Manta Ray, and to a degree, I do have a choice. I do have a choice to live here and to stay here and to be bound by the restrictions of being here. But I'm not leaving Jenny. So as long as Jenny is here, so am I. The top 3 banks in Canada had a run on them on the same day when they started freezing the accounts of people that were helping the truckers. Oh, wow. Yeah, that makes sense. Good. They should, I mean, honestly, they should have wrecked them. I don't understand why the Canadian people didn't start fucking with finances and start like go beyond peaceful protests and go, okay, well, let's fuck with things a little bit. Let's start breaking some stuff to get our message across. Not literally breaking stuff, but you can break things financially. Will not let me. Oh yeah, because YouTube, yeah, but will not let you. Yeah, I got you. Buying things that don't exist. Can anyone say NFT? Hey, actually, unlike what I'm saying, futures, you can actually click on the NFT that you bought and look at it on your computer and go, hey, there it is. Whereas the silver futures that you're purchasing literally don't exist for years. They're in the ground. Like, hey, where's that silver I bought? It's not a thing yet, bro. Kai, here's an off-topic but important. Israel is trying to pass a law where speaking of or preaching about Jesus is illegal. Israel. I don't see. Is that real? Are you seriously they're doing that? That doesn't make any sense. Honestly, from the way I see things, that doesn't make any sense. Israel is like a place where all the different religions can like meet, and there's those videos of Miss Iraq or Miss Afghanistan. There's videos of there's interviews with her where she's talking about how she was afraid, how her and Miss Israel like took a picture together and she got shit for it, and one day she went to Israel like scared. She was actually scared to go to Israel, but then when she went there, everyone was friendly. She's like, "What the fuck is going on? You're not Muslim. Why are you being nice to me?" Like, why would I not be? What? And like, so it was like a culture shock to see all these different religions living together. But Israel, law, Jesus. Let's check it. Fuck off. All right. Okay, this is a full article. It's not one of those, oh, you gotta pay money. So let's see. 2 Knesset? The fuck? 2 Knesset members proposed law banning spread of Christianity in Israel. Legislation, if passed, would send violators to prison for 1 to 2 years. It's weird. 2 members of the Israeli Knesset have introduced a bill that would ban all efforts to spread Christianity in the land where the Jesus Christ was born. I don't think I've seen it phrased that way. The Jesus Christ. So the bill introduced just before Palm Sunday and Passover, 2 important holidays in the Christian calendar, threatens violators with imprisonment, according to the Sorry, I heard something. According to the All Israel news outlet, the proposed legislation would ban all efforts by persons of one faith who wish in any way to discuss or attempt to persuade adherents of other faiths to consider changing their current religious beliefs. Ah, that makes sense. All efforts by persons of one faith to wish in any way to discuss or attempt to persuade adherents of other faiths to consider changing their. So, like, don't be preaching. Don't be knocking on people's doors saying, have you heard of the. Fuck off. Everyone here has their religion already. Stop doing. Okay. The bill applies to people who have spiritual conversations with Israelis of any religion, and the penalty for violating the law would be 1 year in prison. And if the conversation is with a minor, 2 years in prison. I like that distinction. I like that. They're like, are you fucking with kids? Make it worse. The bill was presented last week by representatives, these guys, ultra-Orthodox Jewish members of United Torah Judaism Party, which has 7 seats out of 120 in the current Knesset. The 2 deputies are part of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's ruling coalition consisting of 64 seats. Apparently, the primary goal... Oh, this is too small. And it's still very small. So sorry. Apparently, the primary goal of the bill, according to All Israel News, is to make it illegal for followers of Christianity to encourage Jews to follow their religion, according to All Israel News. The goal of it is to make it illegal for followers of Christianity to encourage Jews to follow their religion. The production and dissemination of videos online explaining the Bible to Jews or Muslims in Israel would be illegal under the bill. Okay, explaining the Bible to Jews or Muslims in Israel. So specifically, it's like it's very specific about the boundaries of it. The outlet stated that the draft law considers books, other printed literature, online articles, podcasts, or other forms of media that explains the life and ministry of Jesus and his message found in the New Testament to be illegal. Okay, hold on. This is what you're talking about. Books, other printed literature, online articles, podcasts, or other forms of media that explains the life and ministry of Jesus. See, that is going too far. It mentions in the New Testament to be illegal because you should be able to talk about that stuff, just like Jewish people can talk about their stuff, Muslim people can talk about their stuff, Christians should be able to talk about their stuff. Trying to convert people, I could see why they're like, hey, it's a little obnoxious. This is the Holy Land. Shut the fuck up and do your thing, you know? But it's not like people in this region are godless. You know what I mean? How many, like, really? I don't think there could be that many atheists living in Israel. It seems like not the place you'd go as an atheist. Like, why would I want to live in Godland, like where everyone disagrees with each other, but they all agree that it's a thing, whereas the atheist guy feels differently. So why would you go there? And, you know, so, okay. The outlet said evangelical and messianic Jewish leaders are concerned that the bill presented by Gaffney and Asher would become law in the current Israeli political environment. They stated that other Jews also don't like this. They stated that in the 120-seat Knesset, the current government coalition is made up of a large number of Orthodox and ultra-Orthodox members who are far more aggressive in this legislative session than ever before in pushing for legislations to be passed that advance their theological worldview. See, that's the problem. That's a problem. If you're in an administrative position in Israel of all places, that can't be your prerogative. That can't be your point of view. You can't come at things dogmatically because it's supposed to be a place where everyone can live together. The bill could cause widespread international condemnation of Netanyahu's far-right government, as well as a serious clash with evangelical Christians in the U.S. and around the world, who are among Israelis' biggest supporters. Yeah, bro, like, Christians are like, yeah, Israel. And Israel's like, okay, so item number 1, fuck those guys. And the Christians are like, the fuck? Okay. Around the world is evangelical Christians. Okay, yeah, those guys annoy everybody. Like, I guess not. We watch their videos sometimes and laugh. Like that guy that he's like, I'm not gay no more. I've been cured of the gay. The bill may also spark sharp criticism from both Republicans and Democrats in the U.S. Congress as an attempt to silence the followers of Jesus in the Holy Land. The former U.S. Ambassador for International Religious Freedom, Sam Brownback, said that the new bill poses a massive threat to free speech, human rights, and religious freedom. Yeah. Free democratic countries simply do not outlaw the free exchange of ideas, and that includes religious beliefs and convictions. So yeah, it's not even a thing that the civilized world entertains. Israel should double not entertain that shit. There's always a choice. I choose Jenny. If you live off the land, you can survive. Hey, Peter, how you doing? That's the great thing about overdraft. On average, I've usually got somewhere around 0 money in the bank. I keep my savings elsewhere. Smart, yeah. Having multiple accounts is also a great way to manage your money, because then the money that you have access to is limited. You just cut it down to what you need. That's it. And then the rest of it you keep elsewhere. Colorado. Are you telling me you're in Colorado, or I could go hunting in Colorado? That's still another state, though. You can plant, cut, and come. Wait, what? You can plant, cut, and come again greens in 1-gallon pots and have fresh salad every day. It's an easy place to start. Come again. What? Did I not understand that, or is it come again greens? My source is I made it the fuck up. Kai, you just have to broaden your menu. Nah, you can fish in Lake Mead. Broaden my menu. You mean I can't just live off digital cookies for the rest of my life? Weird. All right. Now you can fish in Lake Mead. You mean the lake that's running out of water? Is that the lake you're talking about? In England, they took God out of the Lord's Prayer and changed it to something like our non-gender parent who art in heaven. What? You gotta be shitting me. You gotta be shitting me. Fuck off. God is non-gendered already. God. When you say our Father, that's when you're kind of applying some gender. But God is a word that can be applied to both. Look at actually, I'm not exactly sure what Zool was supposed to be in Ghostbusters. Remember because it's got that 80s glam look. I thought it was a chick, but then I was like, it could be a guy though. I don't know. Anyway, chickens are easy. Just go to the Sierras. Just go West Sierra Nevada. I got some chickens. We'll get eggs and meat. I live in an apartment, Becky. I have a long way to go before I can get that stuff. If you guys legit want to help me get to that point where I am independent and living wherever and doing my thing, yo, there's a link to my Ko-fi in the chat. Oh shit, that's right. I never pinned it. Let me pin message. There we go. There is a link to my Ko-fi in the chat. Right up there somewhere. It should be up near the top of the chat. So speaking of Ko-fi, I'm gonna start releasing behind the scenes videos since I'm like making videos now. Whoops. Since I'm making videos now, I'm gonna start releasing behind the scenes videos that I put on that I share with my Ko-fi subscribers. So yeah, that's if you want to see some of the behind the scenes stuff. Sometimes I've got my shirt off, sometimes I'm making stupid mistakes. I don't know. It's just behind the scenes. Just me filming the video, fucking up, going anyway. So yeah, whatever comes with the behind the scenes stuff, I'm gonna start uploading those for my Ko-fi subscribers, just so I can provide more, because I want to provide more to you guys. Public. Oh shit! I don't know what I didn't do. I didn't do hashtags. Damn. Okay, I'll do that later. I'm just going to hit next. Next, it's late at night. It's not going to get a lot of views right now anyway. So I'm just publishing the video. And after the show, I'm going to go through and do my hashtags and thumbnail and stuff. Because it doesn't have a thumbnail right now. Yeah. So that'll be like in an hour, I guess, maybe a little less, that I get to do that stuff. But the new video is 444. Universe. I didn't even do that on purpose. All right. So yeah, if you guys want to help me get to that point, my Ko-fi is part of that journey, that endeavor to get there. So my new video is up if anyone wants to watch that after the show. I'll upload the thumbnail after. You don't have a car? How do you even live? Well, I can walk to some of the things I need, and honestly, I don't drive that much, bro. I really don't drive that much. Most of my work that I do, I can do it remotely. It's just been weird finding it. The clients aren't. It's just different. It's weird. I don't know, man. But most of the things I do, I can do from home. I don't need to go anywhere very often. And when I do, Jenny actually offered. Back when I lost my car, she's like, I could just give you never go anywhere. I'll just give you a ride if you need to go somewhere, and you can spend that money more productively. I was like, all right. So that's what we did. Take an old waterbed and make it into a giant fish tank. No, that wouldn't work because you can't see through it. if you could see through it, great idea. But I don't see that working, man. Can't drive because I have epilepsy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Becky. I had an ex with epilepsy. She couldn't drive. I always had to drive to pick her up, and she didn't live close. Thankfully, guns don't have impulse control issues. You hate when you want to say something, but you don't because you know it won't be received correctly. Don't you hate when you want to say something? Well, I mean, when that does happen, I try to find a way to ensure it's received correctly. So this is what I do when I'm in that situation is I try to set the precedent first and then deliver the information. So set the precedent of where you're coming from, where your heart is at, what you're thinking about. Be like, so I know that this is a thing. And then you say the thing, and then it retroactively, it's like telling the end of the story in the beginning, you know? So that I found that to be very helpful. And so if you ever find that something you want to say isn't going to be received correctly, then try that. Try that. And if you want maybe a little more coaching on that, you can send me a private message, Slingshot T, and I'll talk to you about it and see if I can help. See, and the advice is free. I don't even ask people to sign up to my Ko-fi for that one. I hate that because it would mean I didn't know how to express my thoughts. That could be true, but the thing is, sometimes you got to think about how communication is a two-way street. So you need to deliver it well, and it needs to be received well. It goes both ways. So sometimes you need to think about what the other person is thinking, how the other person thinks, what their priorities are, things like that. What's their upbringing? Like, where's this person coming from? If I say this, what are they going to hear? And so even if you can express yourself, do you know how often that happens to me where I say something exactly the way I intend to, and someone takes it some other way, and I go, what the fuck is wrong with you? No, I said this. They're like, oh, usually when people say that, they mean da 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 da. Oh, you just assumed, you didn't ask me what I meant. You just went and fucked up. Okay, it's great. Yeah, sometimes I'm a little I exaggerate a little bit for the sake of a story or whatever. Like that's a habit you get into as a writer, I guess. But really, like when I'm giving instructions, when I'm saying things precisely, and people like, it doesn't matter how accurately I said it. It doesn't matter that I used exactly the right word. People will they'll go, oh, this word, maybe he means this word, and then they'll just fucking go their own way with it. So, good day, all. Hey, Babbage Brassworks. Wonder what the banks here are in Australia are up to. Probably nothing good. You could only find that out if you did know how to. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was in reference to. That is real. Hail, Devil Flyer. How you doing? Israel for one is movement where Jesus is a Jewish. Israel for one is movement where Jesus is a Jewish Messiah. Israel going Falun Gong? What about Falun Gong? Falun Gong ain't nothing bad, unless you believe Chinese propaganda. Tina, hey, how you doing, Tina? Welcome to the show. Must be a lot of Christian conversion going on in Israel. It's the thing is that maybe not necessarily Christian conversion, maybe some Christian conversion, maybe just preachy ass Christians, and they're like, hey, get this shit out. Or maybe they're just the people trying to pass that law are a little extreme, and they want to push kind of their agenda where they're coming from. So it could be a few different things. Blatantly tyrannical. Yep. It honestly, I'm pretty sure it's a combination of all the different variables that we've discussed. Knesset, oh yeah, equivalent of parliament. I know, but the word, like, what is that word? Did you hear that Uganda banned homosexuality? I didn't hear about that, no. Wouldn't that make the Bible illegal? No, it would make talking about, well, the thing is they said talking about Jesus and stuff would be illegal. So OneIsrael.org. All right, let's go see what's this. Thank you for becoming one for Israel. Special word from Dr. Erez Sorif. The best way to bless Israel is with Jesus. Let me see. With grateful hearts, welcome you to One for Israel since our birth as a Bible college over 30 years ago. Now I'm just going to pull this up. Fuck it. All right. And then over here, there it is. Cool. So since our birth, Bible college over 30 years ago, we have grown into a multifaceted ministry in the heart of Israel. Reaching the lost. Evangelicism. Okay, so it's specific. That's why it's evangelical Christians that are the problem. It's not all Christians. It's these fuckers. It's the evangelicals. Okay, which they mentioned evangelical Christians in the article, but here is the evangelical Christian church website in Israel saying they're doing the damn thing. It seems like one. Yeah, they're because what is this? The best way to bless Israel is with Jesus. So they're pushing Jesus on people. And evangelicals are some of the pushiest motherfuckers. So let me make this bigger. Equipping Jewish and Arab leaders for the ministry with special seminars informing training up to master's level in Bible. Hold on. As the only accredited evangelical Hebrew-speaking Bible seminary in the world, we are a vital connection point for Jewish and Arab congregations throughout Israel as we join as one for the gospel. Reaching the lost. Through direct media evangelicism, we proclaim salvation to Israel and make the gospel available, accessible, and understandable in Hebrew, Arabic, and English. Okay, that's just that alone, not a problem. Millions in Israel around the world have heard the gospel through the powerful collection of testimonies, apologies, and gospel films, websites, social media. Okay, so that's what it is. Can I get involved? Pray, proclaim, partner. Okay, so is this what they're talking about then? I'm guessing Babbage Brass Works is these guys. They are trying to eliminate Jesus. Yeah, that's what. Well, that's the thing. Although yes, then I see this website and I go, oh, they really just want to get rid of these fuckers. See, it's stuff like that that makes it really hard to disagree that Jewish worship Santa. I'm just saying. That doesn't... I think that's a step too far, Manare. I think that is taking the logic and then doing a backflip and then painting it a different color. That's what you're doing there. Because just because someone doesn't worship Jesus doesn't mean that they worship Santa. You know what I mean? Ultimately, they don't worship Jesus. They worship God. God, the Almighty, the Great Spirit, the one and only, the big G God. Both male and female energy, the whole universe flowing through every living and non-living thing. That's really who all three of the Abrahamic, all the Abrahamic religions, and it like all these guys agree on that. In Israel, if you're in Israel, you're like, yeah, there's just the one guy, right? Yeah, just one God. We all agree on that. All right. So there's that. The thing is, let's say, what's the name of the Muslim guy that they're all about? So the Muslim Messiah is different than the Christian Messiah. Jesus is just a Messiah, Manare. He's here to deliver the message to people who will listen. And Jews existed before Jesus. Jesus was Jewish. So the more you dive into that statement, the more wrong it is. There are theories, and Pete was talking about the Bible earlier, and I don't know how I ended up. Oh, I know how I ended. Someone brought it up. Okay, so there are theories that the God from the original, from the Old Testament, is not Big G God. They're like, no, that is a lesser entity that was ruling over Earth for a time. Then the New Testament is when Jesus comes in. He says, all right, y'all. God is back in town. Shit's going to change. It's going to take a while, but let me show you what it's about. And then he showed us what it's about. So that's essentially what happened there. It's not there in no way. I think this isn't even. I think this statement kind of shows a lack of theological understanding. That's what this that's what I feel from this when I read that. One Messiah, one God brings three religions together, so of course they want to ban it. Jesus doesn't bring the religions together. Kai, sir, where the hell are your cookies? Give them to me. Well, hold on. Let me pick one out for you. Cookie. All right. There you go. Anyway, where'd you go? Peter Revan. There you go, buddy. Ah, that's right. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. You know what? I'll eat this one for you. There you go. I know it's a little bit of a hot take. No, a lot of it, but I think it mostly just shows a lack of understanding of kind of the deeper levels of this stuff. Not even the deeper levels, like just past the surface. Ben wonder when the pushback on this movement would start. Oh man, I wanted to show you guys. I picked up my water, and the fucking coaster stayed on it. And so I was like, and I tried to pull it up here so you guys could see, but it fell. Yo, check out this coaster though. Yeah. Supporting people who super hate you seems misguided. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus, what's up? They split on Christian clergy, literally. Oh, they spit on Christian clergy, literally. What, in Israel? Like everywhere? Or is it a thing that's been happening lately? Because when I saw the article, when I read it from the other point of view, like this is it's not even a point of view. It's just like this is the laws that they're passing, and this is what it's aiming to do, and this is what et cetera, et cetera. Here's all the facts on that. And I was like, what Christians are like out there preaching, trying to convert people? Oh yeah, evangelicals, of course. You gotta fuck everything up, don't you? A Jewish belief is they don't believe Jesus was the Messiah. Yeah, I know. They believe he was a nice guy. Gia is like an hour behind chat. Oh, Kai is like an hour behind chat. At 11:11, I'm 19 minutes behind chat. See, some ideas are so tremendous that they go right over most people's he's our father. Irish Prime Minister just confirmed that trans will not be allowed in women's spaces and that biological women will not be erased. And I am shocked. Yeah, actually, coming from Ireland, that is shocking because they've been little bitches as of late. They have been. No, Australia has been massive bitches. Ireland has been little bitches. And they finally put their dick on the table. Way to go, Ireland. That's out of nowhere. I didn't think you'd grow a pair in this decade. Broad menu like Hannibal Lecter. One-man show. Commonly known as using what's available. We are seeing not only the physical restoration of Israel after a 2,000-year exile, but a spiritual revolution is taking place right in front of our eyes, reversing not only the physical restoration of Israel, 2,000-year exile. What are you talking about? 2,000-year exile. And a spiritual revolution is taking place? In Israel? Or like in general? Because I'll agree with you that in general, we are very much seeing a spiritual revolution take place. It's happening. But Israel kind of seems like a place where it's always been a thing. Not only that, but many Arab people are coming to the Lord, and many Arab believers are finding a deep unity with their Jewish brothers and sisters. Look what happens when people come together instead of hating each other. This might bring... There's a story. Where was this from? I don't remember who was speaking, but they were telling a story about a cab driver. Well, they're in the car with somebody who is like they're I don't remember if they're psychic or they have a lot of empathy. They're very spiritual. Is a very spiritual individual, and he's in a cab with a Muslim guy, and this guy is on the phone talking about shit and whatever. And then when he gets off the phone, the guy in the back, he's like, "Hey, are you Muslim?" And the guy kind of like nervous. He says, "Yeah, because fuck at this point," because they weren't in Israel, they were just somewhere in the world. This guy's like, "Yeah, I'll." And so the guy starts talking to the taxi driver, and then by the end of it, they were like, "Was it a taxi driver?" Yeah, it was some. By the end of it, like when they got to their destination, he was all hugging the guy. They were talking about the love of Allah and all this stuff, and he's like, "Oh, you are talking about this," and it was all he was talking about was stuff that everyone believes. The other religions all like it's just this spiritual truth that he was speaking. And when you speak that, you speak to all religions. This might bring peace to the Middle East. Therefore, it must be stamped out. Hence, laws banning it. Well, yeah, bro. Evangelicals aren't. I don't know about evangelicals. 5G is a weapon. Causes radiation poisoning. If it doesn't stop your heart, causes flu allergy symptoms. Make a Geiger counter go nuts. No shit. I know of someone who used to work, because I haven't met the individual, but I've been told this conversation that was had with him. And he worked for a phone company. And I don't remember where he worked in the phone company, but he refuses to live near or to live at the in between 5G towers. So if there's a 5G tower goes up near him, he moves away. He worked for the phone companies and he avoids 5G towers. And he was very can you tell me more? He closed up. He says, "No, I just don't. I don't live near those." So, DJ Lewis, if you could send me some links to that so I could look into it more, because I am curious. It's one of those things I want to dig into more, but I've just been trying to get by. So yeah, please send me that. I would love to learn more about this. Don't be a pussy. Say what you mean. Oh, fuck, this was from almost 20 minutes ago. What was this about? Because I'm saying what I mean. I'm just trying to phrase things correctly. You know what I mean? But like if this was about that conversation about not knowing how to say what you want to say, then we already covered that. But yeah, agreed, Papa Cotton. That takes way too much sensitivity. I don't even know what that was at. I believe Scooby-Doo propaganda. Australia banks are making back alley deals with the lollipop guilds, or so I have been told. What's a lollipop guild? You like from the Wizard of Oz? Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, Australia. Maybe you do know how to express your thoughts, but the rest of the mask-wearing world is all smushy with their emotions. So it may not be you. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's like the signal and the receiver. Just because you can't hear the station well on your radio doesn't mean that the radio station's fucked up. The lovely Sherry with the heart and the love. Thank you. Mwah. Bienvenidos. Spanish, all of Israel. That's what SP means, right? Oh, no. So, you mean so. So, all of Israel works for Santa Walmart. Oh, Walmart. I wish I had like a memory thing where just whoop, 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 and I could go, the memories.
Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Bounce, 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 bounce. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Tennis ball, throw it against the wall. Helps me forget about my cancer.
Papa Cotton. You know what I was thinking about last time? I remember last show we did together or whatever. But afterwards we hung out and backstage for a little bit. Now it's chill. What are you doing now? If you're still here when I wrap the show, do you want to come hang out backstage for a little bit, just like kick it, catch up, and whatnot? And as in it, so that's an offer to just Papa Cotton right now. But in the future, Hoffcast does the backstage thing. So I'm wondering, would you guys like to do a thing where we meet privately on a stream that isn't on air? We just meet and talk about things like in depth, like the stuff that maybe we can't talk about here on the YouTubes. Because I've been trying to think of stuff I could do for my Ko-fi subscribers, and I think private, not streams, but like a private hangout like that might be nice. Like private hangouts, we just hang out and we talk about whatever we want. And we could do it either after the show or like once a week or a couple times a week on whatever day. What do you guys think? As for tonight though, Papa Cotton, are you still here? What's good? Ooh, sorry. I need to get some N92 masks. Turns out I am allergic to MDF sawdust. There's high levels of formaldehyde. What? What is MDF sawdust? What's the MDF stand for? We have to use real wood in making my stuff. That's crazy. Kai, before I forget, you might want to look into today's episode of the Y-Files. I think the topic might be of interest to you. What? Okay. Y-Files. This is on today's YouTube video of it. CIA declassified. Oh, yeah, boy. All right. Yeah, thank you, One Man Show. I am doing that. Yeah, I got it pulled up. I'm ready to go. Eating ham for Israel. Evangelical Jews. Oh my God. That would be fucking funny. Fuck, that would be funny. Oh shit. That's good, man. Big G, General Mills? No, that's GM. That's also General Motors. You know, it's a grammar thing with the big G. Cannot have Jews joining Christians and Muslims together after those other Jews have spent so long dividing people. Oh yeah, like regular Jews and then the ones who operate in secret. You're talking about the the ones that particularly Kanye West is not fond of. Because I am, you know what? I am under the impression, you know how gangs tend to be they tend to divide amongst along cultural lines. You know what I mean? For example, the mafia, Italian. What's it called? The MS-13. Latin, but I think they all started. I think they were all Salvadorian or something when it began. But it's because it comes from a place. So I think Kanye West has had the veil pulled back for him, and he saw an organized crime syndicate, essentially operating at a very high level, that has a particular cultural heritage. Hello, Muhammad. Yes, thank you. It wasn't coming to me. Messiah existed before Jesus and after. Yep. Yes, thank you. That's the issue. Christians try to say that Jesus is the one. Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus is the only one that can reach these heights. False. The true teachings of Jesus and beyond is that everyone has that potential. We can all be like Jesus. We can all perform miracles. We can all do this stuff. We can all be a certain way and interact with the world in a certain way. Jesus is supposed to be an aspirational character. He's supposed to show us what we are all capable of. So, yeah. But in terms of having a message from God, in terms of having visions of stuff and helping people and all this stuff, existed before and after Jesus. Jesus was the super Jew, best cool dude, but God is kind of a hard ass. That's the thing. That's why people think that the Old Testament God is a different entity than the New Testament God, because New Testament God is like love and forgiveness and stuff, bro. Like, come on, we're all in this together. I love you. Old Testament God is like, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to burn your city down. According to Monty Python, every religion perceives God in different ways. We got an app for Chewovision. Fuck, son of a bitch, with another link. How far back is this one? I'm not that far behind. Yeah, Monty Python, but I can't play this clip, bro. If anyone wants to see a Monty Python clip, it's there in the chat. Are we talking about Greater Israel? Been paying attention to Israel. Sorry. Yeah, been paying attention to Israel for 3 years. There has been zero mention of this movement in the media till they introduced this law. Actually, okay, you're right. In the media, they haven't been talking about it much, but in online articles and in other stuff, I've seen more and more mentions in the last year or two of more, not religious extremism, but like narrower thinking. You know, they keep saying this far right administration, but the thing is, they say far right for fucking everything, so it loses its meaning. They're like, oh, this guy likes cake instead of pie. Far right radical. Everyone knows True moral people like pie and not cake. Hey, blessings, Bamboo Soldier. Bless up, Kai, and all. Cheers. Thank you, Bamboo. It's good to see you, brother. So 5G doesn't go through walls or trees, anything like that. So they're going to have to have a lot more antennas. So it's going to be a lot worse health-wise. Wait, why doesn't it go through stuff? What? That's not right. Something's wacky there. Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert remarked that Greater Israel is over. There's no such thing. Anyone who talks that way is deluding themselves. What is Greater Israel? Can someone please explain that to me? The folks putting in the GGG are unjabbed. Think about that. The folks putting in the GGGGG. What are all those G's, DJ Lewis? Yeah, Aroy, as I understand it, only has line of sight. See, that's not right. That doesn't make sense because that's not efficient. It's like the wrong kind of technology for what they're trying to use it for. You know what I mean? That's stupid. That doesn't make sense. If ever there is proof that there is something malicious about 5G, it's that it's the wrong tech for the job. Tennis fucking balls. Nice, Kai. Bounce, bounce. Bounce Santa back to the hell he belongs in. If you have a 5G phone and can see it, then that is line of sight. I think he means from the phone to the tower. I'd be down. Non-live stream yard hangout. Non-live stream yard hangout. I'd be down. Okay, cool. So there's one. Oh yes, that would work. It's a Skype thing. Oh, like a Skype thing. Yeah, just hanging out in like a Skype hangout. Like we could do it on Discord, but not everyone has Discord, and some people specifically don't want to use Discord. So I could do it on my Discord, or I could do it in a stream yard like this. So once we get there, I'll figure that out. Or I could take requests right now. You guys can let me know what you prefer. But I'm thinking just a StreamYard hang. We just hang out in like a backstage, just don't go live. Slavers don't want to make everyone slavers. Rollout of 5G technology has also been the subject of health concerns and misinformation, including discredited conspiracy theories linking it to the COVID pandemic. Yeah, well, it's not got nothing to do with that, but it has. The thing is, 5G has had detractors and people raising red flags about it since it dropped. Since it dropped, people have been saying, hey, this ain't right. Something's wrong with these. And so I feel like once the COVIDs happened, they start throwing the 5G in there. People start saying, oh, it's the 5G, just to discredit distrust of 5G, because they're discrediting distrust of all the COVID's information. And if they could just lump that 5G in there with it, magic. Lots of wavelengths in 5G. I suspect the millimeter wave bands are trouble. The spectrum ranging from 24.25 to 29.5 gigahertz has been the most licensed and deployed 5G wave spectrum range in the world. The godly energy is in all of us. No book needed, no religion needed. Yup. That's I think was part of my journey in life. Was I grew up in a household that valued religion. Well, actually, it was split down the middle. My mom was about it for her own reasons. I understand, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm with you. I get it. You're good to go on that one. Her opinions have kind of evolved since then. My dad, on the other hand, was just a lazy ass that didn't want to go to church. I don't know what he believed. I'm pretty sure he was one of those. I don't know. Like he had things that he believed, but then there's like the front and there's the. I think he was in a place in like a limbo, and he never got out of it. So I think he was in a spiritual limbo and just never got out of it, and that just ended up dragging him down further and further as he indulged his more negative qualities. But I was forced to go to church. I got my first communion and everything, and I went to school at a church. I think once or twice a week for years, for like 3 years, to get my first communion. Like I've been to, I grew up in religion, and that's what turned me atheist. And then once I went full atheist, I had to. It took time to shed myself of all the religious stuff, like all the things, all the knee-jerk reactions I had pounded into me. I had to let that go. I was like, oh no, that's no. I think that because of religion. I'm gonna try the opposite. And so you learn, you experiment, you study, you try to evolve and grow. And I ended up going full circle, but not religious. No. It's still not about religion because I see the damage it does. The only people that need religion are people that are fucked up. Like, bro, okay, wait. A friend of mine in high school tells me, he's laughing. He's like, oh, hey, dude, like an hour ago or yesterday or whatever, this guy came by his house, and it was this gangster looking guy. Like he looked just like gangster as fuck. He had tattoos on his face and shit. And he was like, but he was young though. He was just a little bit older than us. And he comes by, he's knocking on all the doors in the neighborhood. He says, hey, so like I'm a reformed gangster. Like I found Jesus, and we're putting on a play over here at the park about how much it hurts to lie. And so we wanted to invite everyone in the neighborhood. And as he's telling me this, I'm like, oh, that guy needed Jesus. That guy needed someone to give him a book and go, here, just try this. Ye are gods. Oh, you know what? I can play that one line. Like that one line in that Watsky song. Used to be atheist till I realized I'm a god. Where is it? Fuck. All right, I don't know where it's at, but it's a damn good song. Here, I'm just gonna. I don't know if anyone here knows Watsky. He's a little Jewish rapper. He kills it. Kills it on the mic. He's a beast. People actually used to think when, okay, so Watsky started off on YouTube. Watsky started off on YouTube rapping. Like he's just laying it down. And people said, fuck you, dude. You're full of shit. You're speeding up your audio. You're speeding up your tracks. You're not really rapping that fast. So he started rapping with a goat next to him. He just had, hold on. I got a prop for this. So he has his goat. Who remembers my cat? So he had his goat next to him, and he would be rapping, looking at the camera, and then he'd like pet his goat. And the goat's sitting there just like chewing and chilling. Because you can't speed up the video without speeding up the goat. So the goat was moving at regular speed. So people were like, oh shit, he's not faking it. But I love that line from that Watsky song. Used to be an atheist till I realized I'm a god. Bamboo, maybe the godly energy cannot reach us through the fog of 5G. There is a lot of things fogging our connection, but really at the end of the day, it's what's in your mind, it's what's in your heart that establishes that connection despite everything else. So, you know, meditate, think right, act right, talk right, do right. Yeah, I can see that. And yes, they want us to disconnect from that true frequency any way they can. Yeah, from changing the musical scale to what's it called? To, you know, what's in tune and what's not in tune. They changed that a long time ago. There's a lot of things that have been done to dampen that connection. Give me a wrench, I will use it. We'll avoid money vids in the future. I hear you. Yeah, I figure when you post a link in the chat, I assume you want me to click it and share it. If it's something like that, I'm like, well, I can't share this. It's kind of pointless. But it's funny for people in the chat if I'll say, okay, that's for you guys if you want to see that on your own time. But it's not just Monty Python. It's like, copyrighted videos. What are you doing, man? 5G uses the same wavelengths as those naked body scanners at airports. Motherfuckers. I don't fly very often. One possible thing that is 5G could be a society-wide X-ray allowing them to see through walls. Ooh. I don't know. What then again? I'd have to do a little more research, but that's an interesting theory. Since God is omnipresent, that is why all the surveillance and cameras, because that's the only way Santa can come close to seeing everyone like God. Humans didn't think of this on their own. If that jab stuff grows to a millimeter size in body, then they are receivers of 5G. Oh, wow. I can't talk about that stuff. Wait, where did I see that video? Yeah. That was the Watch the Water video. So check out this. Hold on. Rumble. Okay, check this. I'm gonna share a link with everybody, so you can watch this on your own time. Just linked it, so feel free to check it out. Or Zoom is pretty good since you can have more people. Yeah, it's an option. I think StreamYard limit is 10 total. Yeah, but see, the thing is, Bamboo, I only have 4 Ko-fi subscribers. So StreamYard works for now. Once it gets beyond 10, once I have 11, 12, 13, once I have more than 10 Ko-fi subscribers, then I'll have to reevaluate the medium through which I do the Hangouts. Until then, it's kind of the easiest thing, and I only have 4 subscribers. So like if more y'all jump on there, then you'll force me to reevaluate. I'll have to change it up. Like, okay, fuck, I can't do StreamYard then. But until then, it works, Peter, interesting idea. Saturating the world with 5G, then easy to see through walls. But the thing is, here's the only downside I see to that theory. Unless you're using it in a targeted manner where you go, I want to see this person. You track them through their phone to their location, and then you can do that. But in terms of processing power, it would be impossible at this time where we're at technologically to take all that information from a wide range 5G X-ray network and assemble it into an all-seeing eye. So it would be a selective all-seeing eye. All-seeing eye, one at a time. Greater Israel, from what I understand, is based on King David's kingdom, including parts of Syria, Jordan, and Lebanon. Okay. You don't have time to learn all the important spiritual lessons firsthand, and they can be very costly, so the book is helpful. The only problem I see is that the books, plural, have been watered down, and things have been changed about them. Very old manuscripts, you will see stark differences. And so a very particular image and picture has been painted for people through the books in order to lead them down essentially a spiritual dead end where they have a connection to God, where they worship, their heart is in the right place, but there's no, they don't have a connection in the same, nearly the same capacity. A little something in the jab. If you, someone you know or otherwise, this is must know stuff. Well, let me see what you're linking here. I linked a thing. Okay, I'll check that out after. How long is it? Not that long. The one I linked is long. Hey, DJ Lewis, if you haven't seen the one I linked, go check that one out. Hello, lovely people. Hello, Erica Gardens. Welcome to our show. Zoom is cool. Oh, okay. Where's the link? The link to the Ko-fi? It's in the chat. It's pinned at the top. It's pinned at the top of the chat. I can't edit it, can I? No. Well, just click on the blue thing and it'll pull up the link. Thank you, Slingshot. Wait. Yeah, thank you, Slingshot T. Babbage Brassworks. Ultra-wide radar is seeing through walls decades ago. Can detect heartbeats and breathing on the other side of walls. 5G is next level? Okay, I could see that. But like, but the thing is that I don't see that them being able to apply that unless they're setting up something that they can then use with quantum computing. They're like, okay, we're working on quantum computing. It's going to take like a decade to do all this shit. So while this develops over here, why don't we just start laying these bitches out? And then once this catches up, then we can bring them together. I can see that. You know what? I'm already at almost 2 hours and I barely even talked about the things I wanted to talk about. Skinny fat mice and the exploding USBs. All right, let's do that real quick. Let's just talk about at least one of them. I don't know. This was a good night. We had some good conversations. I don't want to just go off topic for no reason. It has been good. Ooh, maybe I should talk about this one. I will talk about this one. This one I'll talk about because it's not, what's it called? It's not, I think it's a good thing to bring up, to go over here. Because I've talked about it before. I don't remember if it was here or on Justin's channel. And pretty much where I was at was like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of people who are just malicious and lying about things. And some of this seems a little suspect. So, sure enough, I was right. The prosecutor drops charges against Rick and Morty co-creator Justin Roiland. So, all felony domestic violence charges against Justin Roiland were dropped by prosecutors. The Orange County District Attorney's Office has dismissed all charges against Rick and Morty co-creators and star Justin Roiland. Kimberly Ed, spokeswoman for the District Attorney's Office, told NPR the decision was made as a result of having insufficient evidence. Fuck off. To prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. Roiland pleaded not guilty to 2 felony domestic violence charges in Orange County, California in 2020. He appeared in some pre-trial hearings that occurred earlier this year. Roiland reacted to the drop charges in a statement he posted on Twitter. He wrote that he had always known that these claims were false. I think that's kind of a fishy way of phrasing that, honestly. Instead of saying, no, these allegations have always been false, and I've been, I have never doubted that. That's different. I've always known these were false. It's like, did I do that? Nah, I didn't do that. He added that he is looking forward to moving on to focus both on my creative projects and restoring my good name. After reports of the charges were made public, Roiland's career took a major hit. Adult Swim said it was ending its association with him, but that the popular program Rick and Morty would continue in his absence. The adult animated show follows the adventures of scientist Rick Sanchez and Morty, his grandson, across the multiverse. It first aired on Adult Swim in 2013. 6th season wrapped in December. Oh, shit, that's right. We've been watching the 6th season. I mean, I don't know if you guys have been watching. Anyway, I think all the episodes are already out, huh? I think I missed the last year. I'll check them out. Roiland also co-created Solar Opposites, another animated show that airs on Hulu. Hulu similarly dropped him from Solar Opposites in another series called Koala Man, for which Roiland served as an executive producer and a voice actor. So Justin Roiland, not guilty due to insufficient evidence. That means she made it up and was trying to drag his name through the mud and end his career. And let me see. Where does he say? There was another thing here. Where's that other quote that I was looking for? Oh, it was. That must have been another article. I was watching Josiah Rises earlier, and he made a video about this, and he said that Roiland said that it was a bitter ex. So that's fucked up. That now a bitter ex will just try to ruin your career and circumvent the legal process. But once they are taken to the legal process, then there's nothing. They've got nothing, and the charges get dropped. So, Ultra Wide Radar, I think you should watch it now and stop a couple of times. I want all your friends here to know too. Yeah, but it's like a I'm not sure about the YouTube's terms of service concerning this stuff here. You know what I mean? I'm not sure about that because I don't know. What do you think? Because it seems I've read through specifically the stuff about the jab and the COVIDs and stuff. Are you sure? 5G can deflect graphene in a solution. I could move it around. What? That's weird. Maybe quantum computers are affected by millimeter wavelengths. That would be interesting. No quantum super robots. If 5G is like radar, it's not necessarily that they'd be watching everything at all time, just that they can look at whatever, whenever. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like the one at a time. If you place 5G receivers on the other side of wall from closest tower. Blah, blah, blah. Let me try that again. If you place 5G receivers on the other side of a wall from closest tower, it would be like a millimeter spotlight. Can see the shadows. Other side of a wall from closest tower, be like a millimeter spotlight. Can see the shadows. What do you mean? Can see the shadow? It doesn't. I'm sorry. What you're saying? I'm not following, man. Can see the shadows? Like when you're holding your phone up against the wall, of course you can see a shadow. So I know I'm not following what you're saying here. Prove someone locked you in a room one time. If that's what happened. Just because you can't prove something doesn't mean it didn't happen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, true, exactly. Like that's the I don't know. I'm gonna go off on a rant. I need to wrap up the show. But yeah, this was interesting. This was interesting. See, like it was an interesting conversation tonight. Actually, let me change the name of this real quick. Yeah, DJ Lewis, what do you think about? I mean, fuck it. Okay, I'll play the video. I'll play the video. All right. Wait, I already read that. Kai, have a good one, bro. Are you out of here, Slingshot T? No, I got a thing. Oh, following me. Awesome. Rock and roll, man. Thanks for the follow. I'm gonna start trying to post on Ko-fi more. I need to post more stuff. I gotta get the hang of that platform. Because I want to like I don't just want like you subscribers. I want to do something for you guys. I want to have a back and forth, you know? I want to create something special there. Maybe not special, might be the wrong word. I want to create something unique that's for us, you know, for you guys and for me that we have there. And I just don't know. I mean, it's not something I was thinking about until Dr. Forbin Colossus encouraged me to do it. So I didn't have a plan. So I'm trying to figure it out. But please let me know what you guys are down for. I totally want to do the private streams, let's call them. I want to do the private shows where we can talk about stuff. Or where I can talk about stuff that you guys want to talk about that I can't talk about here. Either or both. I could do honestly, I could do both. So play it in pieces. You're making me nervous, DJ Lewis. I don't appreciate it. Okay.
Welcome everyone to the
This guy talks.
video. So the Marburg
So there's, well, let's see this.
propaganda is spreading.
Okay, so Marburg is a virus outbreak in Tanzania. Tanzania. That's a fucking place. What? 13th largest. What was that? 13th largest country in Africa. 31st largest in the world. That was in the bottom right corner of middle right corner, I should say, of Africa. Tanzania. Literally never heard of it before.
I called it in February. I spotted the Ozzy Osbourne video last year, the patient number 9, and it was so telling. And it had the 9, and then the video they turned it to 666.
Okay, that's a holy number, by the way. 616 is the bad number.
And then in February, I believe it was.
But people often they have the association in their head, so it kind of has the same effect. You know what I mean? Hemorrhagic fever. Marburg is like Ebola. Okay, watch it first. Okay, watch it first. All right. So maybe take it down right now, and we could maybe watch this Monday if I feel like it's all right. Someone wants to see inside the room. There just needs to be opposite. There just needs to be opposite the tower. The 5G towers have steerable antennas. They can aim at points of interest. Why would a cell tower need an aimable antenna? That's stupid. I just went to find it. I'll donate to whoever, to whenever you figure out what type of platform you're going to do. I fucks with y'all, but I got to go. All right, Slingshot T, have a good one, man. Take care, brother. Whenever you figure out what type platform you're going to do, I mean, if you're on all the platforms, why are you waiting for me to figure it out? If you're like, I'm on all the platforms, when you figure out which one you're going to do these streams on, then I'll... Okay. I even said I'm going to change platforms as my subscribers grow. So what are you waiting for? Okay, let me see. Marburg is like Ebola. Tanzania, yeah, like Tasmania, but it's Tanzania. Hey, Courtney, how you doing? Got a free. Were you hanging out with Pete this whole time? Got a free upgrade in my home Wi-Fi. Came with booster. Bathing in RF now. Luckily, all my metal teeth fillings are gone. Ooh. Came with booster. Bathing in RF now. What's the booster for? Mount has a school in Tanzania. Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was pronounced Tanzania. Tanzania. Unless you're saying Tanzania. That seems weird. Peter is right. Hi, guys. How you doing, Elroy? The towers can aim that laser at whoever they want to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why does a cell phone tower need that? It's a red flag. It's phase array. They're not actually moving it with a motor. It's phased array antenna, multi-directional. Oh, got you. No Tanzania. No Tanza, like Danza. Oh, Tanzania. Oh, Tanzania. Tanzania. I have heard that before. Okay, Tanzania. Nia. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Courtney. Appreciate that. Because it is a weapon. Yeah, no, I agree. There's something funky about that. something funky about it. Nothing is right about that thing. When I see 5G, you know what it makes me think of? You know how it makes me feel?
What the fuck? Are you fucking serious?
What?
You fucking cockfucker? What the fuck you think you're doing?
Sneezing.
Fucking filthy, dirty, fucking cockfucker.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna pull this one down. I'll watch it on my own, and then I'll maybe on Monday I'll try to remember to bring it up. They say the aimable antennas are to provide more bandwidth to high-density population areas. Mind you, the Huawei antenna factory burnt down. Toe will understand by the end of that video, promise. How? Uh-oh, what's wrong with 5G? You've got a whole stream to catch up on, Courtney. Is that what you said? Yeah. 5G is trouble. 5G is not good. 5G is... I'm not doing the stream over again, Courtney. You're going to have to rewind if you want to get caught up. We talked about Israel and Jesus for a while. I'm going to have to change the name of this fucking stream. We didn't talk about any of the things I wanted to talk about. Let's fuck it. Fuck it. Let's wrap up on this one here.
The 13th, the Satanists loved their numbers. February 13th, the WHO confirmed 9 deaths from Marburg. Now, where are they getting these numbers?
You're like, F it. 5G, what the hell? But then you find out that they're actually using it to see you naked. And you're like, hey, what? How do I look, 5G?
Did 9 people really die? No. They're liars. They pull this out of their ass, these numbers. They pull them out of their ass. They make these numbers up just like the COVID numbers. Do you remember when COVID started?
Okay, so that's the thing that I might crop that out. I don't know. Yeah. See, Eve, remember when you said that you know what to send me that I can play on stream? Remember when you said that? And I said, okay, then I'm going to trust the stuff you send me. That's a strike right there for you, not for me. Hopefully not. I'll have to, I don't know. I'll see after the show if maybe I cut that little part out there. But yeah, no, that makes me not want to click your links. Please look at the shit you're sending me before you send it. Like, I know you watched it, but like, look at what they're saying. Speed up to the 125 or 1.5 speed. That's not going to help. That's not going to help. He still says things that I don't want to play on the stream. So it doesn't matter. The link is there if anyone wants to see it. Anyone wants to watch the video, scroll up in the chat and there's the link that DJ Lewis provided everyone. So yeah. Anyway, I see another chat here that I can't see yet. What if women had 5G spots? Oh, that would complicate things. Hopefully we would grow more dicks like the Centauri did. But it's time to wrap it up. That would be cool. Yeah, time to wrap it up. Call it a day. So let me see. I want to play another funny before I bounce. Another something here. That's something. What's it gonna be? Oh, okay. I like this one. I don't got nothing to smoke. I won't play it anyway.
You win. Perfect.
All right, y'all. Time to call it a night. Thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. Hugs and kisses. I love you guys. If you want to ensure that I stay around more often, honestly, a thing I forgot to share. All right. I want to experiment with stuff. A lot of the stuff that we talk about, I want to actually experiment with in a practical capacity. So, hopefully, once I'm at a point of stability without, hours and hours of my day being sucked away, I want to build some of this stuff and experiment with it. So, here's one such thing. Watch this. Electro something is the fuck you with the spaghetti writing over the real writing here, but let's watch this. See that? What was that little puff of smoke? Was that thing? Was that a fucking little sonic boom? That thing is hustling. So magnets propelling this little metal ball around at such a speed that this whole thing starts to levitate. What? All right. So I would like to play with stuff like that. I would like to build that stuff here with you guys and share it with you guys and all that. But yeah, that's a future plans. Those are future plans things. But I wanted to share that one at least. I want to share that one. That was dope. Where's the clip I played earlier? Oh yeah, it was the Lover Not a Fighter. All right. So that thing is fucking cool. Whoops. This thing is cool. I want to build that. I want to build it. I want to build all these cool things. And if I do, I guess we'll depend. It'll depend on how that comes about. If I go make it an exclusive thing, if I just make it part of my channel, I don't know. We'll see. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you, Peter. You have a great night too. David Frank, Babbage Brassworks, Ecuador. Exploding USB sounds like clown's work. What? Ecuador? Was this in Ecuador? Let me see. Yeah, 5 Ecuadorian journalists. Okay, so, well, I guess if you're gonna bring it up. Journalist plugs in unknown USB drive mailed to him. It exploded in his face. So, because sometimes people just send USBs with information on it to journalists. Journalists go, okay, let's see what's on here. Check it out. So, what's it called? On Tuesday, 5 Ecuadorian journalists have received USB drives in the mail from Quinsaloma. I don't know what that is. Each of the USB sticks was meant to explode when activated. Upon receiving the drive, Lenin Artieda of the Ecuadorian TV station in Guayaquil inserted it into his computer, at which point it exploded. So as soon as you plug it in, it blows up. Flash drives that went off had a 5-volt explosive charge. It's thought to have used RDX, so known as T4, etc., etc. It goes into details. What's this on Monday? Monday, Funda Medios, an Ecuadorian nonprofit focused on media rights, put out a statement on the incidents, which saw letters accompanied by USB stick bombs sent to 2 more journalists in Guayaquil and 2 journalists in Ecuador's capital. Funda Medios said Alvaro Rosero works at the station also received an envelope with a flash drive on March 15th. He gave it to a producer who used a cable with an adapter to connect it to a computer. The radio station got lucky, though, as the flash drive didn't explode. Police determined that the drive featured explosives, but believe it didn't explode because the adapter the producer used didn't have enough juice to activate it. Hey, at least journalists have a workaround. They go, okay, I can still plug stuff in, just not blow myself up. I'm going to use an adapter. So low voltage adapter. Yet another reporter attempted to access drive's unknown content. might set off USB 6 explosive. He had plugged into the computer properly, according to the thing. Police intercepted a fourth drive, controlled and performed a controlled detonation on one sent to Mauricio Ayora. So, what's driving these attacks? Ecuadorian Interior Minister Juan Zapata confirmed that all 5 cases used the same type of USB drive and said the incident sent an absolute clear message to silence journalists. Yeah, so they're trying to silence journalists about shit they're reporting. A message accompanying the threatening drive sent to Perez in Quito had a message claiming, in part per a Google translation of his release, this information will unmask Correísmo. If you think it's useful, we can come to an agreement, and I'll send you the second part. I communicate with you. Correísmo is an Ecuadorian political movement named Correísmo. Correísmo is an Ecuadorian political movement named after former President Rafael Correa, who was Ecuador's president from 2007 to 2017. In a statement cited by BBC, the Ecuadorian government said any attempt to intimidate journalism and freedom is an expression, and freedom of expression is a loathsome action that should be punished with all the rigor of justice. Yeah, I like their fire. Recent notice around Ecuadorian media stations, including shootings at the RTS TV station, where alleged shooter reportedly left behind a pamphlet signed by a Mexican cartel and threatened a newspaper director. So that's the thing with USBs. If you get a mysterious USB sent to you, use an adapter to plug it in. Good night, everybody. Good night, Erica. You too, Peter. Today was good. Didn't even use my AK. Today was a good day. Dog, perfect. I found out I'm homeless soon. Go me. Oh, no. Courtney, since Papa Cotton's apparently gone, why don't you join me backstage after the show? I'll send you a message on Instagram. Don't use MDF wood for building stuff. That's right, because of the your allergy, the sawdust. That's crazy. I might need to borrow yours, Roy. Look, okay, bye all. Much love. Oh, fuck. Courtney, are you already gone? Damn it, Courtney. I'll send you a message on Instagram anyway. Where are you? All right. Anti-gravity drive. We'll have to go find that now. The clip that I think. Oh yeah, dude. Have fun. Check. I mean, I guess I could link you to the Instagram post, but I don't know how useful that'll be. Kai, check out Stephen Mark. Who is that and why? It is the smoke that will be, and yeah, tell me why I'm looking for him in case there are other people with the same name. It's the smoke that will be coming out of people's ears when they set those tones and trigger that Berg in the jabbed people. Berg? Oh yeah, noise. Stephen Mark was the guy who showed off some amazing energy tech like a decade ago. Ooh, badass. Thank you. The truth will soon be against the law, like talking about Jesus. Jesus. Praise Jesus. Keep current limit below detonator threshold. 100 MA should be okay. Most dets need around 1 amps. It's just a song, Courtney. Peter, go watch that link. Everyone, please watch. The Marburg one? Yes, that's the one she's talking about. Found the TikTok video. All right, found the TikTok video. Awesome, dude. All right, y'all have fun. I will see you on Monday. I'm uploading my next. I'm gonna do the keywords in the thumbnail for the video I uploaded during the show. And if you guys want to go check that out, it's fascinating. I highly recommend. Not just because I'm not like I need views. No. Go watch that video I posted today. It's Eve. You're gonna. I know particularly you're gonna like it. But I think everyone here, given what we're all about here, I think everyone here is gonna really like that video, find it fascinating. Good night, old man. Big kiss. Yeah, big kiss for the DJ. Good night, Eve. Mwah. Hugs and kisses. I can't actually do the kissing sound because my lips get stuck together. It's a weird thing, but mwah, I kind of did it. Hey, go me. All right. Good night, everyone. Good night, all. I'll check it out, DJ Lewis. All right. Good night, everybody. I need to add Boosh. I need to add Boosh to this one. That'll be one of my week. I need to write that down or I'll forget. All right. Good night, everybody.
You're better than this. Join us
Use your powers for good.
Heads up.
Be a superhero.
I'm gonna be the king of the pirates! You hear me?